So tell us about Signal and the journey and sort of uh, joining TransUnion and sort of what that means and sort of what that means in terms of both companies and the industry offering.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll talk briefly first about Signal's journey, which you probably recall started as BrightTag in the tag management days. And I bring up that kind of start to our business because it's really defined who Signal has become. We've always been rooted in our customers and our customers' data. And again, that goes back to the early days of data collection when it was tag management through to, what still exists as first-party data collection and tag management, but now really combines that data collection capability with the ability to grow first-party data sets and ultimately gain insights and activate on that data, right? Which is really the core asset of Signal is being able to activate on real-time data, right? And then the combination of online and offline data and activation of that data becomes a core proposition to really personalize marketing and customer intelligence. When you think about how TransUnion, who has started their business in a different place with different data, has been able to leverage that data for insights, right? People-based marketing and more personalized marketing approaches and tactics. That starts to really demonstrate, I think, the intersection and the synergies between both of our offerings and how we can start to offer our customers, I think, a really compelling and synergistic approach.
So a lot of talk about first-party data. We didn't talk about it for years, and now everyone's talking about it. Why is it so valuable now, and what do you hope to do with it? And also, in a related question, we've spoken to folks about the identity graph and what that means and the value of it. So put in context sort of what's going on.
Yeah, fair question. I mean, I would say, Signal always talked about first-party data because that's kind of what our business was always rooted in. I think the industry, as you know, kind of ebbs and flows in terms of, I guess, the rhetoric we use or the buzzwords, but I think it's been a really good thing that where our roots are as a business and where we've continued to grow and enable our customers to leverage their own first-party data is truly really front and center in terms of how marketers need to harness an understanding of their customers and consumers and enable themselves to really have a much more holistic approach to the personalized messages that they kind of engage with their customers around. And so, why now? I mean, for all kinds of reasons that I'm sure you've talked to so many different folks about from a macro perspective in our market, right? With consumer privacy, rightfully so, and third-party cookie challenges and all of the reasons why it's just so critically at the front and center for marketers today to have a really good understanding themselves, right, in the first party of how their consumers and customers are leveraging their assets, right, whether that be offline or online, and Signal built their business online. So, I think just from an industry perspective, that's kind of where everyone has gravitated and for very clear needs and real obvious reasons. You bring up kind of the term first-party identity graph, I think is how you used it. So, interestingly, Signal was an absolute pioneer in that space in enabling our clients to onboard their customer data such that we could host what we would call a brand graph, right? And our unique proposition, which I think continues to be so as it relates to a brand graph, right, or an identity graph, is that when you combine our real-time data collection, meaning, take our data collection, our original kind of tag business, but, evolved into real digital and real-time data collection across all owned and operated properties of our clients. So that could be a mobile app, that could be a website, it could be, any sort of online digital property. We have the ability to dynamically update a first-party graph with those actions, intent signals, if you will. And sorry, I didn't mean to use signal in that way, but it is true. And I think, is exactly why that kind of idea of an identity graph and then our ability to dynamically update that graph and allow our clients to segment their customers, right, based on those real-time actions and behaviors, and identify them has become a core part of our differentiated offering.
So it's a little early to say what the roadmap is, and there's a lot of conversations. But what do you hope this merger, this acquisition, will mean to the marketplace?
Look, what I hope and expect is that you have a leader in TransUnion with their people-based marketing approach and in a very where consumers and the market can be very confident in their ability to leverage that data in compliant ways, right? And so you take kind of their mass footprint and scale of data and insights, and you combine that to some of the early kind of pioneering approaches of the marketing technology that Signal has, right? The real-time data collection and dynamic updating of that customer understanding. And I hope and expect that combination becomes truly a game-changing opportunity for our clients and many other potential clients, to leverage both of those aspects, right, to get kind of the best of both, which is pretty compelling, and it's why I think we're having this conversation.